So hello there, how is it going? My name is Robert Baker and I'm here today with Guitar Control. And we're going to give you 3 licks that got some blues flavor in them. I don't mean this necessarily the whole lick is a blues lick. It's just getting some of that little blues, swing, groove, and those blues notes involved into what you're playing. It can, it adds a lot of, to me it just adds style to the playing, a lot of that phrasing and stuff like that. So I got 3 of them here. Now I do have tabs for you chilling down below. If you want to check those out, you're more than welcome to. And you can kind of follow along with those. But since we got that covered, let's get kicking. Alright, so here's lick number 1. So what am I doing here? Well, it kind of kicks off with, to me it has like a bluesy kind of vibe. This thing that maybe it would be like a slide player would maybe do something like this. And I'm just sliding it to 12 on the high E and B. And now from there, I'm going to bend 15 on the high string up and back down and pull off the 12. Do the same thing on the B. But it's like a little half step. I'm not doing a full step, I'm doing half step. I go to the G and do the same thing. Then I go back to the G and I go 12, hammer on 13, and 14 on the D. So that's a very bluesy move right there. That's minor third, hammering onto major third, back to root. Alright, so example number 2 has us rocking down in our A minor pentatonic scale. Got some bending in here, some slides, some phrasing, all that stuff. We're going to be doing this. So to me, this just has a lot of that bluesiness to it, and even though it's not necessarily like your traditional blues lick, I'm bending 8 on the high string, up a full step. I do it again. Then I go to, I'm bending 10, not 8, and then I go to 8 on the high E unbent, and then 10 on the B, which is our root. Then I go to 9 on the G, and then 8, 10 on the B. So. Now I slide down to 7 on the G, and when I hit that note, I bend it. I do a half step bend. I'm actually bending from that to that flat 5, so I go. Then I go back to that 5 on the G, 7 on the D, and I'm gonna go 4, 5, 6 on the G, and then 5 on the high. Again, that's another slide down into it. So. So in the third and final one, we are going to go to the key of D minor. And we're going to start off with this big full step bend. I'll play the lick for you once. So I start off with a big full step bend here on 13 on the B. And I go to 10 on the high E. Then I go 13, pull off 10 on the B. So. Then I'm going to go to 13 on the G, back to 10 on the B. So. Then I go back to the G and it's 13, 12, 10. Then a little walk down here. I'm going to go 12, 10 on the D, 12, 11, 10. Then I go down to 8 and 10 on low. So it's not too difficult, but it does kind of have that bluesiness to it as you start adding some of those little flat 5s and those chromatic notes. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Like I said, adding that blues flavor is something I love. It's just a personal preference, of course, but all the players that I liked, Warren DeMartini, all these guys, I always kind of had that little bit of blues going on, and I was always just like, oh, that's cool. I want to be able to do that. And as I grew as a player, and I kind of figured out how to add some of that in there, and I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of what they were doing. So it's a cool little thing you can add to your normal rock playing. So other than that, I'll see you all later and have a great day. Later.